This is Backstage Bay Area, your all-access pass to the local music scene.
Today we'll dive into the incredible journey of Grammy-winning bassist, composer, and multi-instrumentalist Richard Bona. Known as the African Sting, Richard's music beautifully blends jazz, Afropop, and the rich traditions of his Cameroonian roots. His collaborations with icons such as Quincy Jones, Chick Corea, and Stevie Wonder have cemented his status as one of the most accomplished international musicians. Get ready for an intimate conversation about his latest single, upcoming tour, and ongoing commitment to mentorship and music innovation. Host Steve Roby will join us after we hear Africa by Richard Bona.
Sengi miango madibo katingene ngatango basimende komunka malemba ikonne ndi batingene ngatango obunya bopoino bale binyo maye ina bawani ngatango imendende benika monami isuma soni ngatango lopule andemba pobe mawo la bomele mbamba sama bo Okolo biyena Bangan mo bende kakabizona Okolo biyena Moyo mandabo po Ololo nga wasenga tombana topo Mwende nga tango Matila mama kaye makane mapata Momende nga tango Makaki mapang matimbande mapenya Amone mingatanyo Bolanga wa bibel pelo sume moye kumboye Mone wingatayo Lopule yande mabobe na wo Pula bomele mabasa no lanjite Okolo biyena Angan mo bendelo nga mambo mboa bumi Okolo biyena Bombari minda di odi si mamba jatelevan Okolo biyena Mana tinga di wo mana yasu singa batu Okolo biyena Moyo manda boko Lodangwana bosambo Lopula lamba miano Bakunduba na bende demo Manganga chukumbele na Panyangi pe bende mbembe Moya so singambako Anyamba kwa dibenga na ile Na tena sula minya Puku bende wokwendi Oya so senga mbako Pula neo ya ita Samlo kende la jolo Moto moto digi Moto moto Samlo kende la jolo Moto moto bedo Wende mana bakosi Bende bangwando Manganga ichukundere na Nobi na mi chopo and I saw ide papa wala ina ke niko kundo laze amana moto lago mana kitiko moto laze mi toke ma makamba na ibwana jako manyaka kurumbelewe bana bafrika sonzemene ambapo yaso singambako manyaka iba tomotolate bana afrika sonzemene.
That's Grammy-winning bassist Richard Bona with Africa, a single from 2020. I'm Steve Roby. This is Backstage Bay Area, and Richard Bona joins me now. Welcome, Richard. It's good to speak with you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. I'm happy to be here.
Richard, while exploring global sounds, your music always feels deeply rooted in Cameroonian heritage. How do you balance traditional African music with contemporary genres like jazz and Afropop, and do it so amazingly well?
Well, coming from a traditional background, playing traditional music, I always felt like I wanted to embellish my roots instead of just changing everything. I felt like I could go and learn about. I love learning about other musics too. Learning about others, also embracing the difference. I feel like always embracing the difference is embracing tolerance. And to me, going through other genre of music is embracing the world, and bringing it back to my music is coming to embellish my roots. That's how I look at it.
You make it sound so easy. I guess it just comes naturally to you.
It comes naturally because I love all kind of music too. Because you need a little bit of a love to embrace other music.
Sure.
I just love embracing, and plus, I already got a traditional thing. This is where I was born. I grew up playing this music, speaking this language and stuff. So. The people that will get to teach you the most are people that come from different places. It's the same with the music.
Mm. You've been a vocal advocate for independent musicians, and I applaud you for that. What advice do you have for young artists looking to maintain creative freedom and sustainability in today's evolving music industry?
Focus on your craft. Focus on your craft and making it, be good at what you do first. Because independent, just to be independent, I don't think so. But I think you should focus into, if I'm a young musician, I will focus into being very good at what I do, and then become independent. And I think being independent helped me a lot. I mean, I knew I look at the whole spectrum of the music business. I didn't see a future of me being in a record label. I didn't envision myself succeed into a record label, but I envisioned myself succeeding as an independent artist, And I recently had an interview in France where a guy told me, with the record company, there were like a huge volume of presence that you don't have anymore today. Like when you were with a record company, you sell easily 200,000 copies of a CDs. Mm-hmm. We used to sell CDs. Now, as an independent artist doing your own, you probably do like 10% of that, or maybe less. I say, yeah, but 10% of selling 10% all in my pocket and selling 200. If 200 multiplied by zero, comes out of zero.
Right.
20%, 20,000 that I sell multiplied by $20 goes to my pocket. I guess, if you did mathematics.
Was that the inspiration behind your motivation to put this together for young people? Some of your early struggles too, you want to see young people have a place in the music today?
And art should be free. Here's the thing, art should be free. An artist should be like free. This is what the system in the record company is all built differently. It's the structure of it. It's not structured for an artist to be free. I've been there where they tell you this is what we need an album, but now we need a Christmas record. Now we need this. This is what we want you to go and stuff. But the art itself, some moments I wake up in the morning and I'm not inspired at all. I sit in my studio sometimes and nothing comes, And then some other days, I don't know why, by what mechanism, anything I touch just sounds good. So it's like seasons, sometimes it rains, it's beautiful, it snows, the thunder comes and stuff. We function the same way. So once they start implying of you making a record, like we need a record right now, or we need a record like next month or in March. But who tells you I'm going to be inspired that moment? So when you put these things together, it's not really freedom. I want to feel free and record when I feel inspired, when I feel like this is the right time to record. And this ain't the right time. Okay, well, I take a bicycle and go right by the sea and just enjoy something else.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, I'm anxious to play your new single, Piel Canela, with Alfredo Rodríguez. It will be released on January 7th. So how did this collaboration come about, and what was your approach to reimagining such a timeless classic?
We were actually looking at one of the classics. We look at it, and we found it really quickly, and then Alfredo actually suggested this one. We came up with a bunch of songs, and he sent me a song, this version, sang by a Nat King Cole. And I just went like, boom, that's it. This is the one. It fits really well. So it wasn't a process where we went into trying to find. We were just playing a bunch of songs and see what cover song we could do. It's not that easy. We know a lot of songs, especially when you know so many songs.
Yeah,
the choice becomes a little more complicated, because if you only know 2-3 songs, the choice it'd be easy to pick.
Right.
In this case, it's like, man, which one we take? Should we go with the really pop song, or with the more jazzy song, or with more Afro Latin? And this one he played to me. So what about this one? I just went, wow. I'm like, this is good.
Well, let's hear it now. This is Piel Canela. It's Richard Bona on Backstage Bay Area. That's Richard Bona with his new single, Piel Canela, which is available now. Richard Bona is my guest today. Richard, you've collaborated with many legendary artists from Herbie Hancock to Sting. How have these experiences shaped your songwriting process?
Well, every one of these amazing artists, taught me something, and I was lucky to be able to collaborate with very various different genre of, from Eddie Belafonte to Bob James to David Sanborn to Mike Brecker, or, you name them, Bobby McFerrin or John Legend, from different places, I would say. And that's actually kind of cultivate that need of embracing the difference that we talked about.
Sure.
And more, because, the more different people were and very far from what I do, and the more I learn, the more I get to learn. So, and I'm a student of music for life,
Thank you for being one too. That's great. Can you share a little bit more about your songwriting process, your process for crafting songs? I hear you love technology and record song ideas on your glammed out phone. There's a video on YouTube of you in a music store, and your phone is beautiful. So how does that process work to you? When you get those days when you feel inspired, do you just whip out your phone and put down your ideas?
I just take my phone and put it on. This is great. I love the phone for that.
Yeah.
This, if I don't do it now, sometimes I'm just flying. I'm sitting on the plane, and then an idea pops up right there. If I don't record it right in the moment, by the time I land, it's gone.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I have that. I don't know, maybe because I'm getting old too.
It helps.
But if I don't record it right away now, I just forget it. So the phone is actually really good because, and the quality is not that bad. So when I have an idea, I just take my phone and put it on, boom, and write whatever,
notes,
whatever idea it is.
Yeah.
And when I get home, translate that into a studio or put the beat or take the guitar or whatever, boom, and the song comes out.
Yeah. You make me want to be a passenger sitting next to you on a plane and hear all that.
No, well, I don't make that much of noise. I'm very discreet when I do that. Yeah.
The last song I'm going to play on the show today is called Toda Fe. It's a collaboration you did with Gilmar Gomes and Angelique Kidjo. Yeah. What can you share about this one before we hear it?
This one was actually brought to me by Jamar himself. It was an idea, Jamar's idea, playing guitar and singing. And he asked me, do you want to collaborate? I said, let me produce it. So this is how the whole thing, so I produced the whole track. So it was just a guitar, it's beautiful guitar playing and singing. And then I add everything else around it. And Angelique was open to do a little featuring on it. And it came out great. Came out really great.
It sure did. And let's hear it now. This is Toda Fe featuring Gilmar Gomes, Angelique Kidjo, Richard Bona, and you're listening to Backstage Bay Area.
Abri os olhos no seu momento cru, ser quase do maltratado. Hora perfeita, libertação do que estava engasgado, seguindo me sentindo aliviado. Olha pro mar, olha pro céu, sente o sabor, nada comum, ei, ai. Ora boa, ora mais, ora boa. Open up, open up, show me the move, show me that you good. Pull up, pull up, open up, show me that move, show me that you good. Hey, la la la, tu la vas a leche. Toda fé vai lutar.
If you're just joining us, my guest today is the amazing Richard Bona, and we just heard Toda Fe. It's a collaboration he did in 2023 with Guy Margons and Angelique Kidjo. Richard, in February, you'll embark on a European tour featuring iconic orchestras like Metropole and the Brussels Jazz Orchestra. How does performing with these ensembles elevate your music, and what can fans expect from this tour?
I love playing with the Metropole. As you know, it's one of the best orchestra in the world. And the Brussels Jazz Orchestra will be the first time. But I'm looking forward to it, amazing. As I heard some of their stuff, amazing big band, and I love changing, like I have 1 month touring, like a full month I'm touring, and I got like 3 different configurations of band that I'm playing with. I love it because, when I do like this, when I get to play the same music the whole month, I could get bored sometimes, to be honest. Even in playing my own music, especially playing my own music. So this way I get to play different arrangements all the time. So this week I'm doing the Metropole, next week I do the Brussels Jazz Orchestra, and then I go with my quintet, or I do with the trio. I even have 2 solo concerts. I do 2 solo concerts in Sweden, I think. And I love it. This is the perfect month for me. Like this is the kind of setup I love, because I get to change and I get to do different things.
But before that, you're coming to the Bay Area, yay! And you have 2.
Yes.
You have 2 upcoming shows at Yoshi's in Oakland with the Asante Trio this month. Can you tell us about the collaboration with the group, the trio, the Cuban pianist Jesus Pupo and the drummer Ludwig Alfonso? What makes this lineup so unique?
This makes this lineup unique because it's the backbone of African music and Cuba. So this is like that combo, the real Afro-Cuban. Like I said, this is the real Afro-Cuban band coming in the West Coast too. And playing with these young, Cuban musicians, upcoming, the next great pianist and amazing drummer from Cuba also, and we mix Africa to it. I could just, just come and see the show, and it's not a straight up also Afro-Cuban, because these young musicians today, all the young Cuban musicians, they're great jazz players too. They play anything. We're not back in the 70s or something. These young ones, they like play anything, which I like.
What excites you most about performing at Yoshi's in Oakland? What can the audience look forward to? That you've got 2 shows over 2 nights. I imagine different set lists and everything.
Yeah, but the audience, man, there's got an amazing fan base over there.
Yeah,
same that I get to see the same people for all these years.
Yeah.
Oh, and they saw me in different configurations. They saw me playing with other bands too, because sometimes I went there with Mike Stern, or I went there with Lyric Now, or I went there with other bands, and different configurations too. So these are like real music lovers going to those clubs, because usually I just see the same people that I've been seeing these past 25 years.
Yeah.
Which is great also. It means, this is your fan base. Yeah. This is like fan base, and they get to see you once a year or once every 2 years.
Sure.
It's one of those mandatory trips.
Yeah. It's Yoshi's is such an intimate club to you. The sound is perfect.
Like one of those, the Bay Area. I got my friends in the Bay Area. They know where I'm coming, Richard, boom. And, it's a reunion.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let me remind our listeners, Richard Bona will perform 2 shows at Yoshi's in Oakland with his Asante Trio. It takes place Tuesday and Wednesday, January 14th and 15th. Doors open at 7:30 p.m., but I would start lining up maybe around 6.
Tell them to come line up in the morning, 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning. Get there at 6 in the morning, and you'll be sure a good seat. Showtime is 8 p.m., and there's some great restaurants around there, so you won't go hungry.
Yes.
And tickets are available now at yoshis.com. Richard, it was such a pleasure speaking with you today.
Thank you so much. And I see you down there. See you guys. Much love.
Oh, much love, Richard. Thank you. Bye.
The best. Bye.
Hey, musicians. Would you like to be a guest on Backstage Bay Area? Just email the host and let him know when you'll be playing in the Bay Area. The address is backstage.sfbay@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning into the Backstage Bay Area podcast. Don't forget to visit us online at backstagebayarea.com for more insights and stories. Be sure to join us next time for more engaging conversations with local talent and touring musicians. Until then, keep the music alive, and we'll see you backstage.